Вітаю вас на серії стрімов по Zelon Dark. Сьогодні ми будемо продовжувати проходити 5-й епізод. Вторую главу. Так. І що? Це хто кричав? А.
Keep looking.
Shit! They found us.
Not yet, but they're closer than I'd like.
Oh, we shouldn't have slept so long.
After Black Rock and the river, we were half dead.
Now we're gonna be fully dead.
We can make a run for the logging camp you mentioned.
Make a last stand? You thinking?
I was more thinking maybe we lose them along the way.
Ну так от.
I have an even better idea. We'll split up. You boost me up here, and I'll take another path. Make some noise. That'll confuse them for sure. With any luck, they'll get lost in the woods, and nobody ever hears from them again.
Sounds like a risky plan.
You have a better idea?
Nothing's coming to mind.
Just boost me. I'll lead them away. We'll regroup at the logging camp.
Okay, but be careful.
I have a bit of unfinished business with these clowns.
They aren't messing around, Jace.
Yeah, but neither am I.
Давай швидше. Я замерзаю.
Up you go.
Thanks, Mackenzie.
You be careful now.
Don't worry about me. Hey! Hey, convict assholes! Hey! Over here!
Ні, ну, по-моєму, це чересчур вже палівно. Так, шиповник треба завжди збирати. Ага, немножко спичок. І більше нічого, да? Класно. Так, ну зараз ми тільки Рогоса спасемо.
Fingers feel numb.
Давай, Маккензі. Ми стільки пережили це.
Hey there!
Господи.
Thank goodness. You had me worried.
I set a couple of false trails. That ought to keep them busy for a while. Those idiots are not exactly experts at the great outdoors.
I don't like this.
You see any signs of the logging camp yet?
Nothing.
What's that over there?
Huh?
Ні,
Looks like something in the snow.
ні.
I'll check it out.
Good. Keep going. I feel like we're getting closer.
Be careful.
You too.
О, фак.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
О. А
Why
я...
do I get the feeling I'm going to be needing these soon?
Нож, мама мія. Моє ти чудо.
Wait. I'm so cold. I'm warming up again.
Так, лізьте, швидше. Тут би якась піщера, або чи що.
Damn wolves. Will I ever be rid of you?
Ну, это все. Треба розвалити костер. Вже без варіантів. Цей вітер.
Come on. Fire's life out here.
Ага, в мене є цей. Газировочку можна випити. Так, в мене якась зброя? Ага, камінь. Так, що нам там по одежі? Ага, стандартна одежа, да? Да. Так, а щоб готувати в мене... О, є банка. Ну нема води, да? Да, води в мене немає. А ну кыш. Даже палок немає, да?
Can't feel my feet.
Мгм. Братики, вовчики. По барабану.
Cold is making my head feel thick.
Наверх треба, да? 10 минут. 10 минут мене вже тут з'їдять. Да, мені наверх явно. що. Треба готувати. Побігли. Ага. Тут не перейти. А, не перейти. Волки, волки, волки. Все. Це вже добре. Зайчики. О, гриби. Грибочки нужны. Якась пещерка. Ні черта не видно. З факелом в пещері. От я пішов. Да, я пішов не туди. Хто мені скаже? Послідовність туди-сюди. Ну да.
I'm telling you, that was her voice. The girl from the prison. One that messed up all the systems.
I didn't think it was possible. The way they ended up in the river.
I told you they were still alive.
Bullshit. You thought Mathis was crazy when he sent us after them.
I mean, Mathis is crazy.
What the hell are we even doing out here?
You want to push back on Mathis?
No. No way.
We need this. After the fuck up in Black Rock, Mathis is on the warpath. We need a win. Otherwise, we'll end up like the others. Let's find these two and get back to the group.
Mathis just said bring the pilot. He doesn't care about the girl.
Yeah, but she and I have some unfinished business.
Я еще не закончил. О. Да.
Can't feel my hands.
Shit.
Not this again.
Що вони снова? Вовки чи що? Ну да. Вовки. Що направо, що наліво. Ось цими вовками ще довго гратися. О,
die if I don't warm up soon.
А от і лісозаготовка. Нормально, быстрый сбор. Горе чорного камня. Угу.
I could use this.
Немножко пожрать.
Wonder if the owner's around. That'll come in handy.
Це вже хорошо. Ну, спичок в мене вже запас. О,
Great. A map. Maybe now we can find a way out of here.
ну, в принципе, все понятно. Даже хорошо. Гвоздодер. Короче, гвоздодер. Дай мне его взять. Мама мия.
You made it.
Yep. Pretty sure I got those idiots turned around for good.
It's
Да,
gonna
таки
be
мій
tough to
факел
find this
горить.
camp in the fog.
А, да ладно. Пічки є.
What happened to you? You look like hell. Are those teeth marks?
I met some old friends along the way.
What do you have against wolves anyway?
I think the better question is, what do they have against me? Good news. Looks like we're heading in the right direction.
Right. Great. A mine.
Trust me, they aren't my favorite either.
I remember Atwood telling me a couple of hikers went missing there last year. Search and rescue got in there but had to give up. Too unstable.
And let me guess, we need to pass through it.
Well, no, not if we can find another way up and over that mountain.
Unstable mine it is then.
Except, I don't know if I can do it.
We'll go slowly. I'll help you.
No, you don't understand. I don't go underground. Mines scare the shit out of me. I'm claustrophobic.
Okay then. There's got to be another way.
Well, I guess we could find a way around the mountains.
But that would take days. Maybe weeks. I'm not sure we have that kind of time, Jace.
Yeah. I'm worried about Atwood. She's been on her own for too long.
Let's get closer to the mine and see what we can figure out.
Yeah, I mean, it might be one of those mines that isn't completely dark.
Our luck has to change at some point.
Damn wall! Looks like tracks leading this way. I see boot prints. Finally! Mathis will be pleased.
Shit! What was it you were saying about our luck changing? Time for the last stand, I guess.
We gotta move. But where?
Hear that?
The sounds of convicts getting closer?
No, the other sound, like rushing water.
Maybe the river switches back.
Let's go.
Ну да. Я одне не можу поняти, у мене стрім нормально все, чи стрім теж лагає? У мене щось не то з інтернетом сьогодні. Що там хтось є, хтось дивиться, скажіть. Стрім нормально робить чи ні?
Well, that looks like a terrible idea. I was trying to come up with something good to say, but it looks like a terrible idea.
How are you with heights?
A bit better than I am with fast-moving water, I guess.
I'll see if I can find a way
Сподіваюсь,
across. Wait here and keep an eye out for Mathis's goons.
Will do.
And take this. Hopefully you don't need to use it.
Be careful out there, Mackenzie.
Да-да. Так, і що мені робити? Я трошки прослухав. Ну і що? Ага. Понял. Це не треба тако цю тикати постійно, не тримати можна. Ну хоч так. Хто там на твічі дивиться? Ой. Вітаю вас на стрімі. Сподіваюсь, у вас все хорошо робить.
Jace! Get in the cable car!
Так, все, мне обратно? Да. А ти не хочеш допомогти мені там крутити, наприклад? Ні?
Okay, halfway.
That was some fancy footwork getting across, Mackenzie. You impress me.
Don't ask me how I'm getting...
Hey!
О, ну,
Why will those assholes leave us alone?
I don't get the sense that Mathis is a turn-the-other-cheek kind of guy.
Think they decided to just kill us?
I'm starting to get that idea.
What are we gonna do?
може
We
тепер...
don't have a choice. I have to get you to the other side.
But the convicts, you're heading straight at them.
I'll figure something out.
Серйозно? А не проще було перепригнути до неї і просто в другу сторону? Да. Сама дурна ідея, яка таки мала бути.
Over there!
Здоров.
Well, well. If it isn't the pilot.
Well, hello again, guys. You're a long way from the burning prison where I left you.
Mathis is gonna be very happy to see you again, asshole.
Yeah. Happy to split your skull open, he means.
I can't say the feeling's mutual.
Get out, and let's get going.
What about the girl?
I told you, Mathis doesn't care about her. She's not the one he's looking for.
Look, guys,
Shut the fuck up, man. Let's get going.
but... Ow!
Damn you!
Don't be a hero, pilot, or we shoot the lady on the other side.
Okay, guys, you got me.
Holy shit!
Get down!
Чего? Перше пост, де він топор взяв? Окей, ми на руках повземо. Окей. Вопрос перший, де він топор взяв?
Hey!
Вопрос другий, як вони, блін, забоялися якогось фаєра, блін. Логіка мені непонятна, максимально даного случаю.
Hey!
Ну, там айкаєш. Ага.
No!
Попав? Чего?
Mackenzie? Mackenzie!
Господи. Наскільки це смішно.
Wake up! Wake up, man! Mackenzie! Don't leave me here. Alone.
What happened?
You've been shot.
Логічно.
Don't think so.
На. Кейс.
I knew there was a reason I've been carrying this damn thing. Think we should get out of here?
Yeah. Looks like we're going through that mine after all. I just need to.
Так, секунду. Выпуск кадров 0. Так, все хорошо, значит, это уже хорошо. Просто переверил.
Catch my breath.
Good idea. Wait here. I'm gonna look around.
Брат, ми, по-моєму, так уже біля неї. Тут у мене якісь бусти, що там. Я знаю.
There's the entrance to the mine.
Давай. Ну и что? Ага.
I found a way in. I know. You don't like mines.
I don't think you understand. This goes beyond not liking something. I'm terrified of them.
Слухай,
Maybe
давай
I
я
should stay
замерзаю.
here, and you can go on and find Atwood on your own.
I'll scout ahead. Find some light for us. And then I'll guide the way. I won't leave you alone in there. We can do this. Together.
Ugh, I feel like I'm gonna be sick.
Можна мені без неї піти? Так буде швидше.
Mackenzie, I'm sorry, but the only way I'm continuing deeper into this mine is if you find a way to light it up better than this.
I'm sure there's a way to get the old light system working. Just give me a minute to figure it out.
Lights. Thank God. Nice work, Mackenzie.
Да, надовго лі.
What the heck?
Батарея села.
Is that poison gas?
Ага, треба нажимати. О. Непогано. Да. Это ядовитий газ. Він так дивиться странно.
Whatever you did, the gas seems to have disappeared.
Jace,
Yeah?
an elevator. Let's go.
Старий добрий ліфт.
So, you and Atwood. What brings you out here?
I'm studying under Dr. Atwood. She's a genius.
But why way out here?
Radio telescopes are usually built in remote locations to avoid interference. Honestly, the more remote, the better.
Not when you have to walk to
No.
get there, though, right?
Right.
Ну, стільки там шипів. Ага, ззаді. Понял.
Absolute darkness. Poison gas. I'm starting to feel like we're not meant to be here.
Погнали.
I think I can use this.
Ух ти ж, мама мія. Ну,
Holy shit. That was a little too close.
скажімо так, я догадувався. Так, де я тут чому застряг? Ну Маккензі! О. Вийшов.
How's it looking over there, Mackenzie?
This place is confusing as hell. But I think we're getting somewhere.
Да. Ага.
Could end up being useful.
Ключі. Так, ну погнали. Угу. Де та штука? Не треба як швидше проходити. Так, включити фонарь, ну. Ну, трошки в воду всі висять, нічого страшного.
Can you figure out a way to light up the area ahead? I'm right behind you. Great. Now I can actually see. Mackenzie?
I felt it too, Jace.
This place is coming down on us?
Not if I can.
Цікаво, є там дорога якась чи нема? Ні, наверно, нема. Ніяк не добратися. Жалко.
light stops here, so I guess I do too.
Да-да-да.
People were meant to be underground, we'd be able to see in the dark. Looks like there used to be a ladder here.
Тут красиво. Графика все. На утра, блин, она такая некрасивая. Вот это видно.
I can check it out. See if it's a way forward.
Ну давай. Остается крики.
Is that the next elevator?
Looks like it.
Oh, thank God.
Знаешь, мы зашли вниз, мы поднимаемся, шел вверх, вверх.
So, the hard case. What's that all about?
It belongs to my wife. Ex-wife.
Must be something important inside.
Yep. Must be.
You mean you don't know what's inside?
Nope.
And you're risking your life to bring it back to her?
Yep.
Mackenzie,
Yes, Chase?
you're kind of a strange guy.
Right.
Я думал, она скажет, ты дурак? Но не.
Ah, lights. Thank God. Doesn't look like there's another way around. We need to cross this chasm. Think if we push this down, it would make a kind of bridge?
Worth a shot.
Так, що зараз буде?
That worked.
Громко. Я сказав би чересчур громко. Угу. Дай догадайся, вона туди пройде, а я ні. Або наоборот. Дай. Не скажи, куда я иду и наш.
What have we here?
А, у меня наш це є монтировка, я забув. Ну тут так і догадувався. Так, це ми бросимо. Угу. Так. Хорошо. Так. Так, а я... Ой, использовал телефон. Чи він сам його міняє? А ну-ка. А, да, він сам міняє. Все. Понял. Ага.
You leaving me here?
Let me scout ahead. I'll find a way for us to get out of here.
I was right here by the light anyway.
Да, не понял, на що я обходив, ну ладно.
I could use this.
Ще один фільтр. Розетка, ткань. Ще книги. Бахне кружку кофе.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Получше.
All the shaking and dust and shit is not giving me confidence about this place.
In my experience, this is just what mines do.
Just what mines do? What the heck does that mean?
Deep
well,
breaths,
at least the
Jace.
ventilation system is still working in this place. Somehow.
Да. Хоч щось робить.
I don't suppose you have bolt cutters by any chance?
Та є. Я тільки що відкрив.
The sooner you find a way to light the next passageway, the sooner we can get the hell out of this damn place.
I'll scout ahead. See what I can find.
Цікаво, як це всі загоряють, щоб було на сьогодні. Він там проведений під землею. Походу, да. Чего света? Давай, бежи сюда. Необходим Джейс. Ну,
Elevator time, Jace.
Right behind you.
мала би ти зразу підійти.
So,
О,
Your
які все
research.
змогли.
what's it about?
You know much about astrophysics?
Not really.
We're scanning for signals, gathering data.
What for?
I think it's better if Dr. Atwood explains it.
Sounds mysterious.
You could say that.
Чого постійно виходи на оборот ззаді, а не спереді? Я ж не можу поняти. Один.
Lights! Great! Now we can really see how dark this place is.
Ага, хоч я
We
тобі.
might be pushing our luck, but I wonder if we can get that crane running again.
I mean, not without power.
I bet it has a manual set.
Right. I'll see what I can find.
You're probably looking for some kind of key.
Sure, there's always a key. It's just never anywhere close to where you need it.
Ну да. Тільки не під рукою, де він має бути.
Any luck finding that key?
Still looking.
Йому зразу.
gotta be something useful in here.
Хороший факел. Ключ. Так, все. Там дуже багато.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Мені цікаво, це поламало з путів, вони спеціально кран поставили.
Great work, Mackenzie. Now get back over here so we can leave, okay?
Да.
Yep. Keep talking. Hearing your voice is helping me orient myself in this confusing place.
Да, в лабіринті. І замовкло.
Is it food or...
Новий сиропчик.
The second we can, Jace. Believe me, I don't much like this place either.
Too heavy.
Heavy. Happy.
Jace, what's your favorite time?
Elevator time. Let's get out of here.
О, поїхали знов кататися.
Before, when you asked about my research with Dr. Atwood,
Yeah?
I'm not trying to be evasive. It's just...
It's okay, Jace. We're not all cut out to be astrophysicists.
It's not that I don't think you can understand it.
Sure.
It's more that the research is a little...
A little...
It's a little fringe.
fringe.
Let's just say it's not exactly going to get written up in the regular scientific journals.
You have no idea what Dr. Atwood's doing up here, do you?
I mean, mostly.
Mostly?
Yeah. Mostly. It's only the dark. Nothing to be scared of. Wait, what was that?
Я нічого не чув.
Mackenzie, is this the way out?
You seem excited to leave.
Stop fooling around. I need to feel fresh air on my face.
Just gotta get past this massive door.
Ну іде цей.
Here, help me. Turn the other handle.
Ну я хочу.
Right.
Ну, судячи по цьому там не дуже тепло.
Can we get the hell out of this place now, please?
Right behind you.
I think I can smell fresh air.
Так, і де це ми вийдемо? Аж ми зараз ще вийдемо, звісно.
Well,
Може ти... Вийдемо звідси?
the good news is nobody's gonna be coming after us through that.
Угу. Опять несколько часов спустя. Господи.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
Радиотелескоп Сузуки. Гора Франко.
There it is. Home sweet home.
Feels more like the ends of the earth up here.
We're above the tree line. The weather is unforgiving. But there's a peacefulness. Being this close to the ceiling of the world.
Not words I'd have expected from a girl who grew up in the big city.
Being up here does something to you. It makes everything seem less. Somehow.
I think I understand what you mean.
I hope we're not too late.
Мне не опоздали. Всё, блин. А 17:59. Ну, йдемо, подружка. А. Ага. Звісно.
Maybe nobody's home.
This place is huge. We could bang this door for hours and she might not hear it.
The sun's gone and the temperature is dropping. I'm afraid.
Oh.
Wait. I think I hear something. Dr. Atwood? It's me, Jace.
Hello, dear. I'm very glad to see you again.
Господи, це жінка.
Relieved even. And who is this?
This is Mackenzie. He helped me find my way back to you.
You know how I feel about strangers.
I know, but I have a feeling he can help us.
You kids had better come inside then.
Молодежь. Я ж не слабо, що Маккензі молодий.
Wonder if I can drop any of this
What
gear.
took you so long? I was starting to get worried.
I ran into some trouble on my way back. You know the old penitentiary?
Oh, goodness. You remember this,
Yeah, and things got messy, but Mackenzie helped me out of it.
you met this man at the penitentiary?
I wouldn't have made it out alive without him.
Well, it sounds like you've had some adventures. I've also been busy with our research.
Yeah? Any breakthroughs while I was gone?
Well, unfortunately, no. The whole facility seems to be in a kind of maintenance mode.
Did you manage to pull our data from the scope before the power died?
Unfortunately not. That's what I need to talk to you about. But first, there's something I need to show you in my study.
Не що таке анімації погані. Якщо розумієш, що я граю, типу, ну ладно. Не буду.
It's nice and warm in your lab. How'd you manage that?
It seems that the plant's geothermal backup is still working, but this seems to be the only room at the facility getting any heat. I've started sleeping in here, which is convenient for my research.
Any way we can use the backup to power the rest of the facility?
Unfortunately, no. At least, not without several time-consuming excursions to the substations providing power to the lab.
But what about our research? Were you able to pull the data down from our last series of scans?
Вона сказала, що ні.
Also negative. I was able to extract a small amount of data before the massive power surge fried a lot of our equipment. It's possible there might still be some remnants in the memory buffers, but we won't know until the power is back online.
Damn it. That's years of postdoctoral work down the tube.
I will say, the small amount of data I was able to pull just before everything shut down was concerning.
Enough to confirm your theories?
Theories?
I hesitate to say more without access to more data. What I saw could easily have been a glitch. Maybe.
Maybe. I know that look in your eye, Dr. Atwood. You found something, didn't you?
I shouldn't say more until we can get the data. And now that you're back, we can put our heads together and maybe find a solution. That said, it might be best to remember our security protocols.
If you're referring to Mackenzie, he can be trusted.
If my suspicions are correct, I'm not sure we can take that risk.
Look, I'm not here about your research.
Then why are you here?
I was sent here to find you.
Sent here by whom?
An old trapper living in a cabin somewhere near a place called Mystery Lake.
Trapper? I don't know anyone out that way.
Guy by the name of Jeremiah. Grumpy guy, but he didn't strike me as the frivolous type. It was important to him that I find you.
Well, what was the message?
It's a bit strange. He said to tell you, Wintermute.
Wintermute.
That's what he said.
Jeremiah and Wintermute. I haven't heard those names in a long, long time.
Are you okay, Dr. Atwood? What's this all about?
It can't be.
Dr. Atwood.
What does it mean?
It means things are much, much worse than I feared.
Are you going to explain any of this?
I need to think. Please leave me now. I need quiet to think.
Well, okay. Come on, Mackenzie.
Куди тепер?
When she gets like this, it might be days before she comes out of it. We may as well try to get some rest.
I won't lie. It's been a while since I had a proper sleep.
I hear you. My room's in the workers' quarters out this way. There's plenty of empty bunk rooms. Take your pick.
I will do that.
And a kitchen with food, if you're hungry.
Thanks. I'll check it out.
Thanks for your help today, Mackenzie.
Not a problem.
No, I mean it. I never would have made it through that mine without you.
Or the prison. Or the logging camp. Or...
Good night, Mackenzie.
Night, Jace.
Типа сюди, да? Ну, погнали.
So tired.
Не вибачайте, но я вас немножко...
Not sure why I feel so tired.
О,
Oh, I haven't seen that much food in, well, feels like years. Wonder if this is any good to eat.
там можу взяти тут все, що хочу, да?
Hope I can still eat this.
О, армійський РП заберу. Тут мені ця їда поки не потрібна.
Excellent. This'll come in handy.
А це можна правда подивитися. Ага. Вот так глаза.
It's getting worse. We have to do something. You said you'd help. You said you had something that could help her. Astrid, it's getting worse. You have to do something. You understand that better than anyone.
Yes, I do.
Find a way and get up here as soon as you can.
Якщо на Астрид
I will. As
перекине.
soon as I can figure out how to... I'll find a way to get
А
it to
ні,
you.
це сон, вода.
Have you asked Will?
No. It's been years since we... I haven't asked him yet.
We don't have time for this,
Ні,
Astrid.
це
We
бос
need to do
Астрид.
this, and soon.
I will. I'll fix it. I promise I will get there.
I'm afraid it's happening again, Astrid. I'm afraid we'll lose her this time.
That's not gonna happen.
Hurry, Astrid.
Я нічого не можу поняти. Чи це Маккензі сниться, чи це Астрид сниться. Чего? Начало игры.
Huh?
Well, don't worry, pilot. You'll be with her soon.
Самий короткий пересказ всіх попередніх частин.
Wake up, Mackenzie.
Wake up, Mackenzie.
Wake up, Mackenzie. Good. You're awake. Atwood wants us to meet her in the control room. I think she was up all night.
Ну, щас, минуточку.
I have to get the hell out of here.
Так, там не виспалась, ми хороші, красиві. Так, 60, 100. Буду те саме. Понятно. Набора нема, да? Так. Один бросити. Даємо всякий хлам. У мене все фул, хай буде. Кофе хай теж буде, купити надо. Інструменти не знаю, на що вони мені. Ну, пока не все. Так, ты мне куда направо? Ну, да.
You look like you could use this.
There isn't enough coffee in the world, believe me.
Glad you could join us. It took me all night, but I think I figured out how we might be able to retrieve the data in the memory buffers.
Здрасте.
It's risky, but I don't think we have a choice.
Там Андрей Вовчик.
I would love to help, but there's a place I gotta be. I delivered your message. I got Jace back to you. My work here is done. There are other people who need me.
Лisten, Wolf.
Mackenzie, is it?
Здорово,
I'm not a
здорово.
trusting person by nature.
Значить, ти вже вийшов?
But if John trusted you with his message,
John?
you know him as Jeremiah.
Oh, so you do know him.
Yes, it's a long story. Suffice to say that if John trusted you, I will also be forced to trust you.
Like I said, I have stuff to do, so don't feel obligated to include me.
Mr. Mackenzie.
Just Mackenzie.
Mr. Mackenzie, whatever important thing you think you need to do, I promise you, it's not more important than this. This might be the most important thing anyone has ever done.
I'm listening.
I have an idea for how to retrieve our data from the memory buffers, but to do that, I need the power back online.
Sounds like a tall order, given everything.
Normally, I'd agree. But the Suzuki telescope was built with a very specific purpose in mind.
It's electromagnetically shielded.
Exactly. See, the whole reason this is up here is its location not only allows the telescope to broadcast and receive signals from space with almost unprecedented clarity.
Like I said in the mine, why else would you build a radio telescope in such a remote location?
But the area's geological and geothermal characteristics lend it some very unique attributes.
Да-да-да.
Look, I'm not a scientist.
Can you flip a switch?
That I can do.
Ну так коротко, ясно сказали би, блін.
Look at this map. See these 3 black rectangles?
Uh-huh.
These are substations for the station's geothermal plant.
I thought you said it was only enough to power the heat in your lab.
Currently, yes, but the system was designed to power the whole facility. The project was mothballed several years ago, and only the small feeder line left open, which is what is heating us right now. But the main line was mostly operational when they shut it down.
Okay.
If we can get the full system back online, we might have enough power to fire up the mainframes and pull the memory from the buffers before...
Подожди,
Before what?
Before the memory gets wiped. Forever.
So the only way to maybe retrieve the data is to possibly get the system going long enough to pull the data down, and if we fail to have perfect timing, the data, my life's work, will be deleted. Forever.
Our life's work.
What do you need me to do?
In each of the 3 substations, you should be able to find a bank of physical switches. They're currently in a kind of testing mode. Prime them and flip them to active. And, with any luck, we'll have power.
Okay. Sounds easy.
Problem is, once you start one substation, you'll have to hurry to the next. Normally, they would be turned on simultaneously by multiple crews. Here, you'll be on your own. If you take too long, pressure will build up in the system and probably create a catastrophic explosion.
Right. Let's avoid that.
Tell him.
Tell him what?
You know.
Oh, he'll be fine.
Tell him.
Tell me what?
Well, you might not be alone out there.
Huh?
You might have noticed wildlife has been acting a bit strange lately,
Вовки,
since the
вовки.
aurora first appeared weeks ago.
You don't say.
Well, for some reason, it's even worse up here.
Our working theory is the altitude and proximity to a range of anomalous geological strata.
It's okay. Strange wildlife I can handle.
Great. You'd better get going.
Ну,
What's the hurry?
You need to be back before the next aurora.
Why can't things ever be easy?
If my calculations are correct, we're due for another burst of heightened aurora activity very soon, which means the unshielded parts of the system will be vulnerable. Last time, the system shut down following emergency protocols. This time, there are no more protocols to protect the system. Another blast of geomagnetic activity like that, and the whole system could go up in flames.
Right. So, no data. And what's so important about this data anyway?
Please hurry, Mr. Mackenzie. Get this done, and I promise you all the answers your curious heart desires.
да, классно.
There's a supply room by the entrance we came in at. You're gonna want to grab some warmer clothes and whatever else you think might come in handy.
This place is a bit of a maze. The mother lode. Something's gotta go.
Мама мия. Ну да.
I think I can use this.
хоча... Нафіг. Не надоїло цього. Сейчас підкачувати його. Понимаєш, він кілограм важить. Весу він буде.
That'll come in handy.
Ружья. А де ружьо? Я би взяв би ружьо. Ага. О,
Not gonna be able to carry this load for much longer.
оце то, що надо. Балаклава, господи ти мій. Оце я чувствую буде весела прогулянка. Так, шприцик
What
місь.
have we here?
Так. Все, це мені все. А,
Excellent. Finally. Right tool for the job.
согласен, то що надо. Так. В першу очередь, балаклаву. Ось є ремонт. Так, хорошо. И мы бросаем. Не, думаю, я лучше Маккензи куртку, но довольно хорошая Маккензи. Так. Ну, зимние штаны, да. Понятно. Действие, ремонт. Ну, бонус тепла 21. Это уже хорошо. Так, ну, бросаем. Так. Хилка. Сюда. Кило. 200 мініцеру, ці 40 кіло. Взяти, а? Угу. Так, действие заправити. Инструменты, даже не знаю, нафига мне эти простые инструменты. Противогаз, що де є противогаз, я нема. Я його не бачу. По-моєму, його нема. Означає лише то, що я можу нафіг викинути це от. По суті, я можу нафіг цього викинути. Просто скрафтити і пов'язочку. Це вже нормально. По суті, я готов. Ага. Тупо одна пуля, да? Ну ладно. Хоть одна.
I need to drop.
Be careful out there. Everything depends on you now.
Oh. I'll be careful.
Just come back, okay?
Постараюсь. Так. Я тут, мені туди. Три часа. До ночи. Классно.
Too much stuff to carry.
Треба такой-то, да? Такое, конечно, ще не, я не зайду, да? Ну, логично. Ну, обійти по колу, там зайти, тоді звідти піти туди. Часа 48 минут. Классно. Це нереально, я тупо не встигну туди вже дойти. Ну, заї... Пісь. Ні. Мінус один вовчара. Ніфіга собі. Такого я точно не гадав, що вони йдуть тупо. У мене так патронів не хватить. Я точно закажу, дав 10 кілограм, а не 5. Два часа 3 минути, ви здіваєтесь?
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Він навіть не здох. Ага. Да, я очень опаздываю, скажем так. Так, нема коли вертатися. Де мені то, що мені треба? Ага.
Hope that worked. That seems to have woken up a lot of bad stuff.
Клас.
I'm not sure I can carry much. The pain. Feels like it's still burning.
Mackenzie.
Back to this phone thing, I see.
Remind you of any prison in particular?
Those were good times. What's up, Jason?
Just saw the light for substation 3 go green on my board. Nice work. Wanted to check in and see how you're doing.
Slow going. Lots of angry wildlife out here.
Yeah, we tried to warn you.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, well, be careful out there. I'll check in with you at the next substation.
Давай, давай. Якось доберусь.
Gotta keep moving. No time to waste.
One down.
Ось, прямо і направо.
Looks like steam's starting to come out of the pipes. Pressure must be building in the system. Just like Atwood warned would happen.
Might have to drop some gear.
Gotta follow the steam pipes. They'll lead me to the next substation.
Ага. Вдоль не пойдешь. А, ну... Ну, хто б сумнівався.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
О, це мене роблять патрони. Змійкою йти, бо падаю. Господи, ти мій, мені так по колу йти. Ось тут пам'ять не бачу. Бачу вовчика. Ти серйозно? Виза там нужно. За мною йде вовк. Хоч одного вовка минув. Це вже переді мною. Направо чи налево? Ніяк не. Налево.
Could end up being useful.
І все? Ага. Не понял. Ой, 12 патронов, не так-то многовато. Тут не спуститися. А часа осталось. Пиздец.
I'm going too slow. I'm gonna run out of time.
Да-да. Я знаю, що ти там. Як по-любому не один. Часом кава в мене кінчається. У мене є 2 часа. О. Пока не сполутаюсь.
Where's the good stuff?
Так, ладно, ну-ка. Буквально пару минут я вийду. Ой, так. Продовжаємо. Ну. Давай швидше. О, от даю ложечку.
This'll come in handy.
З цього, але я не особо хочу його брати. Мені би знайти. Патрони би знайти, а патрони мені треба більше.
Never know when I might need to
У
defend
мене
myself.
таке саме ружьо. Патрони є. Все. Те, що мені треба було. Запускаємо другу станцію. Так,
Primed and activated.
що? Один
We
час.
gotta stop meeting like this.
How goes the war?
Not sure. I think we're winning?
2 green lights on the board feels like we could be.
Something doesn't feel quite right, though.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Can't put my finger on it.
We'll keep an eye on it. I need you upright and breathing out there, getting shit
Це
done.
робота над
I'm on it.
задачею.
Atwood's getting squirrely. She's pretty sure tonight's Aurora is going to be a big one. I don't need to tell you how important this is, do I, Mackenzie?
I know what I need to do.
I'm seeing some pressure building in the geothermal system. Gotta get that next station online ASAP, or we're gonna have problems.
Understood. I'll get it done.
Sorry to add more pressure, Mackenzie.
Давай, будь
Please
менше.
be careful out there.
You know me. Careful is my middle name.
I think you mean crashing my plane and having endless bad luck is your middle name.
Still here, though.
Let's keep it that way.
Все. Дофіга базарим.
Another one?
О,
What the hell is that glowing stuff? It's like the Aurora. On the ground.
я знаю, що це означає. Це означає тренда. Так, і остання станція в самому. Ну, якщо будуть тільки просто такі вовчики по одному, то проблем не має бути.
Follow the pipes. Yeah, they'll show me down in this crazy place.
Головне, що я мішку не зустрів. Я думаю, що один вистріл зупинив мішку. О, загрівання. Ну, загрівання мені не можна.
I gotta hurry. I need to get back to Suzuki before nightfall. Just what I need.
Я де вже? Ага. Він не заряжен, серйозно.
It's almost like I'm stuck in crazy mountains. Madness.
Там по времени 2,5 часа. Мені йти по дорозі, чи мені йти тупою? Це прикольно. Давай, иди сюда. Та ё-моё, шутки неубиваемые. О, нарешті він здох. Здихати не хотіли. Антисептика в мене нема.
Stuff will come in handy.
То що антисептика немає, це плохо.
What have we here? Let's hope I never have to use this on anyone.
Остановиться, хорошо. Можна трошки полутатися, но проблема в тому, що я не бачу тут ніде аптечки. О. Де антисептик. О. Антисептик є. Пожалуй, саме головне, що мені треба було.
That's the last of them.
Ну, це взяв за 2 часа, чого, блін?
Not this again. Need to find a way out. Wonder if I can drop any of this gear. Not this again. Need to find a way out.
Ожоги.
That hurts so much.
I see 3 green lights on the board, and a bunch of this old gear seems to be powering up.
Good news.
How's it looking out there?
I think I've seen the worst of it.
The pressure in the system seems to have dissipated, so that's one less thing to worry about.
Great news. How are Atwood's preparations going?
She's in heaven. Haven't been able to get a word in edgewise since the power came back online. She's been running from system to system, and I am just trying to stay out of her way.
All right. Let's hope her plan works.
Tell that man to stop fooling around and get back here on the double.
I gotta go. If the big Aurora appears before we're ready...
I remember. Your life's work down the tube.
Exactly. Be careful out there, Mackenzie. And get back to us soon.
I'm on my way.
Ну, обратным путем я точно с вашей стороны вернусь.
It's starting to get dark. Gotta go faster. Good. It worked. Something's gotta go.
Ага. Мені треба прям бігти, да? Ну, на шприцах пробіжати.
The air tastes funny. Metal in my mouth. Oh, shit.
Ну що, нікого не буде? По путі ще час. Я ніяк не встигаю. Шприцу юзати чи що?
Too heavy.
З цим шприцом я не біжу, да? Він просто піднімає усталость.
What the hell was that?
Согласен, що це було?
Oh, shit! Is that what I think it is?
Те, що це гребаний медведь.
Cougar.
А. Пума. Ну, тогда митрин, да. Прям передо мной, да?
Now, gotta get back to Suzuki before it's too late.
Ну окей, пума пумой, а как я сюда, как я тут оказался? Ладно, короче. Не понял, что пума, но я не понял, де вона і що вона. Слава Богу.
You did it, Mackenzie!
Yes, good work, young man.
It was no trouble. Now, do you have everything you need?
I think so.
I still have a job for you.
Right.
Please, accompany Jace up to...
I can handle that alone, Dr. Atwood. He's already done enough.
Accompany Jace to...
With tonight's Aurora, we have a chance to pull the data now that the systems are nearly back online. But I'm not sure Jace can handle the next part alone.
I don't need any help.
We need to get the data from the buffers back into the mainframe, and then to the scope's relays for processing. But for that to work, we need the benefit of the program.
The program?
Just a little something I put together during my graduate thesis.
It's a brilliant bit of coding, and without it, we'd be dead in the water.
Okay. So, what can I do?
Стрелять.
The next parts are all about perfect timing, and we each have a part to play.
I'm sure I can handle the telescope.
Nonsense. This is too important to let pride get in the way.
Once more, for good luck.
Let's not make this a habit, okay?
Works for me.
You two had better get moving. We're running out of time.
Куда? Так, ладно, секундочку. Ну кажуть, кишки великі, блін. Він з нею. Якийсь прямо амбал, кажусь. Тут жопку прорисували, як рухається.
Could they have built a more confusing space?
Да, що до мене вопрос, до тебе. Можна йти пошвидше.
This is old, but it has good bones.
Наш тут. Наш тут цей проход.
Feels like the whole facility is slowly waking up. That Aurora is a real mystery. It's almost like magic here.
Ну да. Красиво. Все.
Imagine
Понимаю,
the
это
logistics
ультра.
involved in building this facility. Staggering. The people who built this had no idea how important it would be someday.
Ляпота. Ты не дашь? Ну.
Well, well. There she is. The Suzuki radio telescope.
Ну. Окей.
Isn't she beautiful? Lit up by the aurora, no less. I've never seen it so bright.
It's massive.
Let's hope we're not too late.
Так.
Okay, time to get this party started. There's a fair bit of interference. Keyboard is glitching a bit. Can't be helped, we're way past long shots at this point. Loading the program. Now.
Are you in place? I'm seeing some spikes on the sensors at the peak.
Shouldn't be long now.
What do you need me to do?
Okay, this is the tricky part. I'm gonna have to run the program and update the code in real time to modulate for the aberrant magnetic field and...
Jace.
So I'll be busy focusing on that. Meanwhile, once the telescope grabs the signal, we'll need to follow the source. The new data will help flush the buffers, and the data in the buffers will get pushed to Dr. Atwood's workstation for processing. It's an archaic system, but best I could do with 30-year-old technology.
I'm still not clear on what you need me to do.
You're a pilot, right?
Yep.
Know how to adjust your heading to follow a radar beacon?
Yeah, I have a pretty good idea.
Same principle. Grab the big metal wheels at the base of each leg of the telescope sensor assembly. You'll see a bunch of numbers around the edge. When my program outputs specific bearings, I'll shout them to you. And then you have to find a way to match those bearings as quickly as you can.
Sounds easy enough.
The timing has to be perfect.
Got it.
Like, exactly perfect.
I hear you loud and clear.
Did you say you got here after crashing your plane?
Don't start.
Get ready. I'm seeing some power spikes. Something big. It's happening.
Так, то мені куди?
Get ready, Mackenzie.
І куди мені?
What a mess.
Look for the wheel, Mackenzie.
Я б його залюбки не йшов, би міг. То все воно, да?
Here we go. 141 degrees.
140. 41. Дальше.
Look for the console with the big wheel on it. Come on, Mackenzie.
How am I supposed to find anything down here? There's gotta be a way through here.
That's it. We're getting close now. Keep going. Okay. 67 degrees.
Jace? Everything okay over there?
Don't worry. Keep going. Last bearing incoming. Come on, you sweet, sweet program. Don't let me down.
No.
156, Mackenzie. Get to 156 before the whole thing blows.
156.
Now, Mackenzie. Mackenzie!
Там не гориш часом, Маккензі?
The program?
She did the most any program can hope to do. Her job. Now let's hope Dr. Atwood got what she needed. Because this gear is toast.
It's coming now. All the data just flooding out of the buffers. It worked. God damn it, it worked.
Oh, thank goodness. I'd hate to have to restart my PhD.
You did brilliant work, my girl. Absolutely brilliant. We just need to keep the data flow, ensure it comes in a continuous flow, uninterrupted.
How long before the data is ready for analysis?
These are old systems, and it takes a while for them to crunch through the numbers. It'll be hours before we'll... Well, shit.
What the hell just happened?
It's not the power this time. Geothermal plant's still showing up green on the board.
Some kind of overload, or emergency shutdown.
What now?
Now we do this the old-fashioned way. We start combing through the numbers.
I'll get us some light. Do you see anything that would indicate the level of K-index we might expect to...
Shush, girl. Let me read.
Do you want me to grab a printout and
Could it be a G10?
Is there something I can do to...
Aha! Here it is. Here it is.
Yeah, there it is.
What do you see?
It can't be. That silly old British bastard was right. He just never knew how right he was. Why did it have to happen in our time?
British bastard? Please explain.
Да, поясни,
For you to
пожалуйста.
fully understand would take more time than we have. I'd have to go back more than 150 years.
I like a good story.
I think we deserve some answers.
Very well. In 1865, a British scientist and naval officer was tasked with supporting the research of a scientific team, seeking to create a kind of communication that could travel over the air. The Admiralty felt that dependence on the telegraph was holding them back. This Navy man was inspired by stories he'd heard about the Carrington event 6 years prior. At the time, the largest geomagnetic event ever recorded. He had heard that the abundance of static electricity in the air had powered telegraph lines, even after the operators had unplugged them. Fires broke out due to this geomagnetically induced current. It got him thinking. This scientist's research led him all over the world, and he began to piece together a picture of the Earth's geomagnetic profile, and something about the operation of the sun and its effects on the Earth's magnetic field. Remember, this was 150 years ago, and well before they had the equipment to prove any of this. But a theory began to take shape in his mind that suggested the sun went through cycles of geomagnetic activity, waxing and waning, but sometimes spiking inexplicably in dramatic ways. The historical record held evidence of many of these events, but in pre-industrial times, the impacts were more subtle. Even in the mid-1800s, there wasn't enough power infrastructure to really feel the impact of these spikes, so it wasn't of grave concern. But the growing dependence on telegraphy suggested this shouldn't be ignored. And this scientist predicted that if the level of electrification continued to grow exponentially, as was predicted, this would create a serious vulnerability that could be exploited by their enemies at great cost to industry and society at large. He was given a secret commission from the Royal Geographical Society to prove his theories and to come up with a strategy that would ensure the British were in the strongest position to exploit any such geomagnetic disaster. After another decade of research, this scientist began to suspect that this geomagnetic current that existed all around them could impact many other things, and more deeply. He began to study migration patterns of animals and gathered evidence of whale strandings, bird die-offs, and other unexplained mysteries relating to animals' innate abilities to navigate vast distances with great precision without the benefit of modern tools or equipment. Eventually, he knew he had to travel north to the Arctic to really test his theories. And in December of 1865, he took a ship and a crew of Navy scientists and mariners in a specially commissioned research vessel, a modified bomb mortar ship, fashioned after the Terror and Erebus from the ill-fated Franklin expedition. His ship was named the HMS In Tenebris, and he took it and a crew far above the Arctic Circle, along with an array of unique recording equipments he had crafted himself, with the hope of collecting data to support his theories. This scientist and Navy man was Captain Edmund Wintermute.
The word in Mackenzie's secret message.
It was a person's name.
Wintermute's mission was to collect data near the Arctic Circle, and he and his crew were also tasked with the goal of resupplying a small Navy research outpost that had been set up as part of Wintermute's program the year before. Some of the crew on Wintermute's ship was designated as relief for the outpost crew, and Wintermute was meant to bring the replaced men home to their families.
Но не вернулись.
A few days away from the Arctic Circle and 2 days from their destination, Wintermute recorded increasingly active aurora and other geomagnetic activity around the ship, including St. Elmo's fire. But he also noticed something else. As evidenced by their journals, many of the crew were having trouble sleeping, with some experiencing full-blown insomnia that worsened as they traveled further north. Some were also beginning to forget things, their journal entries occasionally slipping into childlike language or outright gibberish. 2 days out from their destination, the night watch rang the ship's bell to announce a man had gone overboard. The man, an experienced mariner, had been observed to simply walk off the deck of the ship. By all rights, a calm and dependable sailor. This event shook the crew's morale. Wintermute did his best to keep them focused, but he was still inexperienced as a ship's captain, always more the scientist than sailor or Navy man, and he could tell the men were increasingly becoming anxious, even distrustful.
Walked off the ship and straight into the water.
Exactly. But things got even stranger after that. When they arrived at their destination, a small island surrounded by sea ice, they found the Navy observation camp that Wintermute had set up the year before completely abandoned. The shelters were mostly destroyed, the relentless Arctic winds having shredded their canvas. The sled dogs were killed, some seeming to have been eaten. Many of the men were found dead, their bodies frozen in their beds, some showing signs of having been attacked or murdered.
Yikes.
Keep in mind, the Franklin expedition was still fresh in the public imagination during this time, including all the rumors of cannibalism. Wintermute could tell some of his men were nearing their breaking point, so he sent them back to the ship and took only a small group of trusted officers with him to search the rest of the small island. On the far northern side, in an icy bay, they found the remainder of the outpost crew, their bodies frozen solid in the ice. Some appear to have walked in and simply frozen in place.
Jesus. And I thought we had it bad.
Not wanting to completely abandon his research, but also recognizing the fragility of his situation, Wintermute kept a small group of trusted and hardy men with him. He offloaded sufficient provisions and equipment for them to survive up to 6 months, and sent the crew and the Intenebris back to London, with the request that they send a rescue ship to pick them up.
That's dedication. But what does it have to do with our data?
I'm getting there. Months later, the relief ship returned to find only Wintermute remained. He had left books of scrawled notes, data he had gathered using his novel devices, sketches and observances of the men he had kept with him, and a detailed diary outlining their slow but progressive decline into a kind of fugue and madness. Wintermute was accused of murdering the men, brought back in shackles, and once back in England, summarily court-martialed and committed to a sanatorium. His equipment, journals, and the data therein were hidden by the Admiralty, and the Royal Geographical Society renounced Wintermute's membership and denounced his research, claiming he had gone rogue. His work disappeared for over a century, until I dug it up.
Why haven't we ever heard this story before?
Exactly the question you should be asking. I had encountered odd and inexplicable references to his research, but always leading to dead ends. I finally managed to get my hands, through no small feat of my own canny research and a dogged determination, I might add, on a few of his earlier papers. It wasn't easy, believe me. A woman, let alone a woman who isn't white, had to work 10 times harder to get access to this material, but I managed to do it. I spent the next 20 years piecing it together, tracing the fingerprints of Wintermute's theory, collecting his data, analyzing, and then adding to his research with research of my own using increasingly modern equipment. And the more I dug, the more data I collected, the more worried I became. Because not only had Wintermute's original fear come to pass, that the world had become dependent on the electrical grid, a technology that would easily be taken offline should any Carrington-level geomagnetic event occur, but even worse, that the Carrington event of 1859 was like a tiny spark compared to the massive, overwhelming storm that might come in the future. I started to talk to others about this, but of course, people thought I was crazy. They ignored me at first, then started to denounce me, and then ostracize me. Until I eventually found myself so far on the fringes of accepted science that I was entirely isolated, with nobody to trust, nobody who would believe me. I lost my job, my marriage failed, all my academic credentials were thrown into question.
Ah, this explains something about your reputation, Dr. Atwood.
Nobody would believe me. Except for John, who you met as Jeremiah, Mr. Mackenzie. He was a young corporal in the Canadian military when I first met him. Handsome, as I recall. It's a long story on top of an already long story, so I won't tell it all here. But the important thing was he was stationed at a radar observation post along the dew line, far north, and started to observe some strange things of his own. He followed the trail, which eventually led him to me. Then when we got together, there were sparks, I tell you. To be believed by someone, it was like a drug. We worked to uncover more data, and he kept his eyes and ears open, using his military connections to gather more information carefully. And he moved up the ranks, but always stayed under the radar, putting his career aspirations aside to ensure he could stay close to the facilities we needed access to. But it was never going to last. At one point, he was caught accessing some classified data shared with our NATO allies, and they thought he was spying for the Russians, so they put him in military prison. And we lost touch. Years later, he actually found me here, at the radio telescope. He was a changed man. His fire was gone. They'd somehow broken him. He said he still believed, but he couldn't be part of this journey. And that's the last time I saw him. That was more than 20 years ago.
29. Сколько тебе років,
I
жіночко?
can't believe he's still alive. And on Great Bear, no less.
You can't possibly believe that's some kind of coincidence. Jeremiah being here?
What are you suggesting?
Isn't it obvious? He stayed here for you. To be close to you. To keep watch.
He's been here ever since. Close by, in case you might need him. And as soon as he saw the Aurora and what it could do, he knew. He saw the signs. When I met him, he was nearly killed by a bear. And when I left him, he was still not much more than half alive. Otherwise, I'm sure he would have come here himself. But he sent me to warn you. He made me promise. And he knew by then what that promise would mean.
He sent you in his place. And it's a good thing he did, because now we have the final piece. This is the answer we've been looking for all these years.
Do we finally have it?
I think we do, dear.
I'm not following.
All my research here, and Jace's since she joined me, has been to try to anticipate, to get ahead.
Ahead of what?
The next big Carrington-level event.
The thing Wintermute spent his life also searching for. And others, lesser scientists, industrialists, crackpots, even here on Great Bear. The island's unique geologic strata and northern latitude created a perfect test bed for geomagnetic research. Even a few decades ago, a German industrialist named Rudiger. But that's not important.
Dr. Atwood, do we know the terminus?
We do, my dear.
And when is it coming? Do we have time to prepare?
No, dear. It's already too late. It's already started.
What does that mean?
It means we're in a new geomagnetic normal. What you've seen so far is really just the beginning. Things will get much worse from here on out.
But how long will it last? Carrington was over in a few days, weeks at most.
Ну тут же явно
This
більше.
is much bigger than Carrington.
How long, Doctor?
I hesitate to say. With the data I have, I can only offer a vague range. 40 to 400.
Hours?
Days?
Лет?
Years. Wintermute tried to warn us 150 years ago, but nobody listened. And now we're at the very beginning of a geomagnetic storm. A disaster of such proportion we've not seen its like in recorded history. The power grid is down, Everything humanity has built over the last 100 years or more, based on technology, electronics, everything based on the integrated circuit, electricity, it's gone. It's all gone. Nature is changing, and soon we'll begin to see the impact on people. We won't emerge unscathed. And this period of darkness will last from 40 to 400 years. A new dark age. The long dark. And what humanity will exist on the other side of it, I cannot even begin to guess.
Then I need to warn her. I need to get to Perseverance Mills.
You're talking about your ex-wife, the doctor?
Astrid will be there. And she needs what's in this hard case.
What's in the case, and what kind of doctor?
She's a researcher. Insomnia, memory loss, fugue states. I think she stole some experimental meds. She's trying to help a friend. A child that's suffering from some mysterious illness. I'm not sure.
Go to her. Regardless of what's in the case, you can bring her here. Her and anyone else you care about. We have to think about the survival of the species now.
But what can we possibly do here?
Oh, Jace, my silly girl. Have you forgotten what this facility is built on?
I just know it's some government thing.
Before it was repurposed for use with the radio telescope, this was an observation post for monitoring satellite communications. Mostly American, Russian, some Chinese, Cold War stuff.
But why here? Who would think we'd be spying from here?
Exactly. A few floors below us are the magnetically shielded dorms and storerooms designed for the folks who used to live and work here, back in the Cold War. The whole place is basically a big bunker.
Right. And the team that built the geothermal plant left various supplies behind.
Exactly. There's probably enough dry rations and assorted supplies there to feed dozens of people for a couple of years.
Survival of the species, huh?
I'm afraid so.
Then I better get to it.
Ну... Я навіть не знаю, що сказати. Думаю, на цьому я буду закінчувати. Да, на цьому я буду закінчувати. Так що всім спасибо, всім пока. Далі буде цікавіше, я думаю. Як мінімум, ясно стало, що чого стало. Ці сонячні